What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to WeSibs, West Coast, East Coast siblings. Today is going to be my full, spoiler-full review of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm going to be explaining why I think this movie could not have been better. Quick note, sorry it's been a while since I've been doing my frequent uploads. I had to move some files around on my computer, also did a bit of traveling, but we'll be back to your regularly scheduled content very soon. So let's get into it, but first, if you're new, click the bell and subscribe to be sure you don't miss a single upload as we cover various movies and TV shows here on WeSibs. Also, check out our sister channel, the La Quente Ledger. Links to everything down below. Let's get into it. First off, something to keep in perspective, as I try to do with all my movie reviews, I was entertained. This movie was entertaining, and if you walk into a theater and 2 hours later you come out and you weren't bored to death and you had a good time, I think there's something to be said for that. But thankfully, this movie had a lot more going for it than that. So getting into the plot, and I'm going to tell you guys why I think this was actually masterfully done. It was a very good origin story. Sonic has a massive universe. There were tons of locations, characters, Chaos Emeralds, all these different things they could have gotten into. It would have been so easy to do too much and for it to be overwhelming. But instead of doing all of that, they really reined it in, kept us focused on Sonic, got us acquainted with his world, and I think for new fans and old, it allowed us to get comfortable. Now, earlier in the movie, we did get a good look at Sonic's homeworld, Planet Freedom, and they also managed to allude to other worlds, but it never felt forced. It never felt like it was just a movie to set up sequels. It was a standalone movie if it had to be. Every reference that they snuck into the movie, it was really subtle, and they actually found a way to make it feel like it was essential to the story. That being said, they definitely set it up for sequels with Tails at the end going looking for Sonic, and with Robotnik on his way back to Earth. Also, super clutch move in removing Eggman from the situation at the end of the movie, as, you know, he never really would have stopped looking for Sonic, and any movie where Eggman is on the same Earth, he's going to be involved in a huge way in the plot, as he's always after Sonic. So removing him from the situation, albeit temporarily, will really allow them to introduce other characters like Tails and Amy and Knuckles and hopefully Shadow. We'll get to that in a second. But it allows them to get introduced to the world and possibly the entire world to become aware of these creatures from another planet who are now on Earth before Eggman gets back. Now, speaking of Shadow, guys, I am hoping that they do a plot line in the sequel similar to what was in Sonic Adventure Battle 2, the video game, in which Eggman's grandfather created the Ultimate Lifeform Shadow. But in this movie, it would be Eggman, as we knew he had possession of one of Sonic's quills and was using it to enhance weapons. Why not make the ultimate weapon a mimic of Sonic using his DNA? Maybe in a scene that we didn't see, Eggman starts the process of this, and while he's away on another Earth, Shadow breaks free and kind of starts roaming around the world. Probably wishful thinking, but I'd be super down for it. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree. Now, we talked about Eggman, and I gotta be honest, from the beginning, I was not thrilled about Jim Carrey playing Eggman, and I'm still a little iffy about it, as Eggman was always a guy who was very serious, and even though there was comedic relief in the comics and the video games and the TV shows, it was never intentional. Eggman was always very serious, trying to be serious at least, and any comedic things that happened was just coincidence. Now, all that being said, I actually think Jim Carrey might have pulled off the role, and this is why. He played it really as a mad scientist, emphasis on mad, where any dancing or comedic things that he would do, it was literally because he was crazy, but he did see himself, at least, as a high-level intellect and was always very serious during the movie. So, even though Jim Carrey's flavor of comedy may not have suited Eggman, I think he stuck true to the character in the fact that he took himself very seriously. But try as I might, there was one thing I just could not get on board with this Eggman character, was the dancing. It just wasn't really true to his character at all. It was confusing. It took me out of the space of the movie. It was super random. I don't know, really wasn't feeling that. But overall, I think he did an okay job with the role, and I think as he gets used to it in the sequels that will hopefully come, that may change, or my opinion may change, who knows. Anyway, guys, so hopefully from this perspective, as I've laid it out, you can kind of see maybe why the story was the way that it was, even if we didn't get all the characters, even if they didn't introduce Chaos Emeralds, even if they didn't do all of the things that we would have wanted to. I think it's because we're excited as Sonic fans, and we know he's got this huge universe, and we just wanted to see more of it in this first movie. I think Paramount and the team there did a really good job of reining it in, really focusing on getting us acquainted with this world that is really out of this world. You've got talking animals of different colors. Like, I think it was a good idea to let us focus on one in a live action setting than just throwing every character in the book at us at once. I think it would have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Surprisingly, I really did enjoy it. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the movie. Be sure to like the video if you like the video, and subscribe and click the bell if you want to stay up to date on all the brand new content as we cover various movies and TV shows here on WeSibs. Also follow our sister channel, the La Quinte Ledger. Links to everything down below. I cover music and the XFL Football League over on the La Quinte Ledger. So if you're into any of that, be sure to check us out over there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!